Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach, and today we're talking about the 11 foods to avoid or eat in a little bit more moderation when trying to lose weight. So if you're excited, give this video a big huge thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and your bell notification is turned on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching, where I offer personalized to you macros and calories. Highly recommend. This is how I've lost almost 140 pounds, as well as one-on-one coaching for accountability, and if you would like to chat with me directly. Links and discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's talk about the 11 foods to avoid when trying to lose weight. Like I always say, no food is bad or good, but there are definitely foods that are healthier than others. These foods that fall on the more unhealthy side are processed foods, foods full of sugar, refined carbohydrates, foods that lack nutrients like protein and fiber, and on and on. Most people focus solely on cutting calories when trying to lose weight. And in reality, calories in, calories out is how you lose weight. But the foods that you're choosing and the foods that make up these calories are actually really important, maybe as important as being in a calorie deficit. You want to focus on foods that are high in protein, high in fiber, because those are the foods that are going to keep you full and make being in a calorie deficit a little bit less miserable. So I want to share with you the 11 foods that make losing weight a little bit harder, actually a lot harder. Food number one are things like French fries and potato chips. These are often very high in calories and fat and lack nutrients, vitamins, minerals. They're basically an empty calorie food. And unfortunately, foods like potato chips and French fries have been linked to weight gain. One study in 2011 actually found that potato chips are the #1 consumed food that leads to weight gain. So just watch your consumption of fried foods like French fries and potato chips. There are a lot of other healthier options out there. Number two are sugary drinks. We don't want to drink our calories. We want to make sure that we're eating our calories and that we're getting in some nutrients with our food, not just drinking all of these sugary beverages. Even though these sugary drinks contain a lot of calories, our brain doesn't register them as eating food. So we can drink all of these sugary beverages all day and our brain's not recognizing them as us consuming food. So then we're eating food in addition to that, taking us out of a calorie deficit, often putting us in a calorie surplus, and that's when we can get into trouble with weight gain. Liquid sugar calories do not make you feel full, so I would recommend avoiding these altogether. There are a lot of great options out there for beverages that don't contain a lot of sugar. Flavored water, kombucha, tea, coffee, these are all fantastic options. Number three is going to be white bread, and I want to be very specific that bread is not bad. There are just healthier breads out there than others, and white is not one of those. White bread is very high on the glycemic index, which means that it causes your blood sugar to spike. In fact, consuming white bread on a regular basis leads to about 40% of the people that do this to be overweight or obese. There's no fiber in white bread. It's heavily processed. So again, just choose a healthier option. There's some great sprouted breads out there. Ezekiel bread is an excellent choice. Stores like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods have sprouted breads, whole wheat, whole grain breads. Flip the package over, and number one, make sure there's some fiber, and number two, even better, make sure there's some protein. So just choose a healthier bread and leave the white one behind. Number four may not come as much of a surprise, and this is going to be candy bars. They're usually really high in calories and have zero nutritional value. There's added oils, refined flours, and again, lots of fat and calories. If you're craving something sweet and you just can't get your mind off of a candy bar, your best bet is to get one of the small snack size bars. They have about a third to a half of a regular sized candy bar. And remember, the first bite is always the best anyway. So if you eat that little snack sized candy bar, you still get that candy bar fix, but you're not eating 200, 300, 400 calories. Instead, you're generally consuming less than 100 calories. It's all about making healthy swaps, not avoiding foods while we're losing weight or while we're maintaining our weight or trying to be healthy. It's about just choosing smaller portions of those high calorie foods like candy bars and just making sure that we're making these healthy swaps. Another thing I want to point out that really satisfies a sweet tooth is things like trail mix and fruit. So if you want a more natural option, these are great to reach for. Number 5 is going to be some fruit juices. Now keep in mind that most fruit juice is loaded with sugar and really isn't the best choice, but there are some fruit juices out there that can be beneficial. Most fruit juices contain more sugar and just as many calories as regular soda. Also, fruit juice doesn't require chewing, and during the processing of juice, it generally strips all the fiber that comes in the actual fruit, making it really no nutrient value. Make sure that if you are going to consume juice that you're looking at, number 1, the calories. Is there fiber in it? And what is the added sugar? Those are things that we really want to look out for. Your best bet when it comes to fruit in general is to eat it in its whole form. That way you actually have to chew it so your brain and your stomach connect and register that you consumed food. And also you're going to keep all the fiber, which keeps us full. Number 6 is pastries, cookies, and cakes. Lots and lots and lots of calories and lots of added sugar. These foods are also not very satisfying, which means we can eat a lot of them in a sitting. So instead of eating chicken breast, if we chose cakes, cookies, and pastries, we can generally eat a lot more over here than we can over here, just because they're not a very satisfying food. And if you do want to consume these types of foods, just pick a smaller option, kind of like the candy bar. Get an individual little slice of pie or an individual slice of cake, or even choose a mini cupcake or a mini cookie. You still get the taste, the texture, and the satisfaction of that item. You're just not eating 200, 300, 400, 500 calories worth or more. You can also focus on things like dark chocolate, again, fruit, trail mix, chia pudding. These are great sweet treat options. Number 7 is some types of alcohol, especially beer. Alcohol actually provides more calories per gram than protein and carbohydrate. So they have 4 calories per gram. Alcohol has 7, and there's no nutrients in alcohol. At least you're getting nutrients when you're consuming protein and carbohydrates. Drinking alcohol in moderation is fine, but in excess, it can actually stunt your weight loss and even cause weight gain, especially drinking things like craft beer that are really, really calorically dense. They have hops and they can make you feel bloated and inflamed. Beer is really the leading cause of weight gain when it comes to alcohol. Think men and beer bellies. There's a reason behind that. If you are going to choose an alcoholic beverage, your best bet is going to be wine or a low-calorie alcohol option like vodka mixed with something that doesn't have a lot of calories and sugar. But just keep in mind, alcohol should be consumed in moderation so it doesn't stunt your weight loss. Number 8 is ice cream. And I know, ice cream is delicious, but ice cream is loaded with fat and calories, not to mention sugar. And when eating ice cream, it should be done every now and then, and you really need to watch your portion sizes. Those little pints of Ben & Jerry's, those can be upwards of 600 calories. And did you know that there's 4 servings in there? Not 1, 4. So you really need to watch the amount per serving, measure it out, and stick to a serving. You can also make your own frozen desserts, especially ice cream. The Ninja Creamy, I have it, is amazing. You can make high protein ice cream. You wouldn't know the difference. It tastes just as delicious, and you're actually getting in some protein, and you can add fruits and nuts and seeds to this ice cream to really bulk it up. There's a lot of other great healthy frozen sweet treat options that you can make at home. Just watch your portion when it comes to ice cream. Number 9 is probably America's most favorite food, with the exception of like hot dogs and burgers, and this is going to be pizza. Pizza on average is really, really calorically dense, and all these commercially made pizzas are using refined carbohydrates and generally pretty processed meats. With pizza, your best bet is to make it at home. That way you can control all of the ingredients, from the crust to the toppings to everything that you're consuming in the pizza. And generally you can have a whole pizza for the same calories as 1 to 2 slices of commercially made pizza. But if you are going out for pizza or having a pizza night, try to stick to 1 to 2 pieces and make sure whatever pizza you're choosing has veggies. At least you're going to get some fiber, some nutrients, and some minerals. One other side note with pizza is you can stick to thin crust to really save yourself some calories. Number 9 is going to be high calorie coffee drinks. I know for me, I can get sucked into these. I mean, they taste absolutely delicious, but they have the same amount of calories and sugar as dessert. Not to mention caffeine. So you're pairing all the sugar and the caffeine together. If you're trying to lose weight, really watch your coffee drinks. All of these standard coffee shops like Starbucks and Dunkin' should have all of the nutrition information on hand. You should be able to find that online. Make sure that you're not drinking your calories. Kind of back to fruit juices and sugary beverages as a whole. Really take a good look at at the nutrition information, and best yet, make your coffee at home. In fact, I have my coffee right here, and what I do is just espresso in a protein shake. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's delicious, and I'm getting 20 to 30 grams of protein. Better yet, if you can drink black coffee, that's truly the way to go. Number 11 is foods high in added sugar. Now, fruit gets a bad rap. I will tell you, I can't tell you how many coaching clients ask me if they should eat fruit because it has sugar. Fruit has naturally occurring sugar. Fruit and Skittles are very, very different. Fruit also has fiber. But there are a lot of foods out there that are just loaded with added sugar with no nutritional benefit. Too much sugar can lead to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and other chronic conditions. They also have a lot of calories but lack any nutrients. Some examples of really high sugar foods are things like breakfast cereals, granola bars, and low-fat flavored yogurt. Yes, low-fat flavored yogurt. When companies make fat-free and low-fat items, they usually add a lot of sugar to make them taste good. Otherwise, you're not going to want to eat them. This is another instance where you need to flip it over and look at how much added sugar is in whatever you're consuming. Really be careful of low-fat and fat-free foods. Very, very careful of these. Your best bet is always the full-fat option. At least you're going to avoid all of the added sugar, and generally they taste substantially better. So what's the bottom line of today's videos? Not only being in a caloric deficit is essential for weight loss, the foods that you're choosing definitely make a difference. Make sure you're choosing filling foods. Like I always say, 80-20. 80% real whole food, 20% foods that you love, like the 11 that fall on today's list. Maybe it's crackers, chips, cookies, sugary drinks. You can still have those, just in moderation. Again, 80% real whole food, 20% foods that maybe don't fall on that healthy list. It's all about balance, and no food is bad or good. No food should be eliminated or restricted. But like I always say, some foods are just healthier than others. And these 11 foods just aren't those healthy foods, so they should be eaten in moderation. So let me know down below, what did you think of these 11 foods? Did any of these surprise you? Let us know down in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because again, I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Check out the description box for nutrition coaching and links and discounts to my favorite healthy things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.